she is, guys, in the sun, looking absolutely incredible for sure. This bike came out so good. I'm super happy with it. Let's get a good little close-up of everything so you can kind of see in such great shape that the bike is in now. There's no doubt that the fairing kit makes the bike look brand new. Yeah, everything just looks so good, guys. Incredible. And look at this bike. What? This thing is looking sick. Yeah, so incredible, like I said. Bike looks damn good, guys. This thing is gleaming, it is shining. I keep getting in the way of the sun, but you get the point. So, all right, we're gonna throw this thing back into the lift real quick and then just go over everything, the price of all the parts, and basically how much I spent on the whole project. First off, I want to say thank you for everybody that has been watching the videos. I really appreciate the support. So without further ado, let's just kind of start from the top and go from there. As you can see from the beginning of the video, when we showed the bike out in the sun, it looks absolutely amazing. And obviously in the garage, it looks good as well. All right, so let's start going through all the parts. Obviously, we cleaned the carburetors on the bike. That was a major issue with it running good. And basically all the other stuff was cosmetic for the most part. So I'm gonna point over all the new parts and then I'll go through the price list of exactly how much it cost me after we're done doing all that. So obviously the fairing kit, we got that. Obviously this fairing kit is beautiful. It came out so good. Really nice. And just look at that thing. Beautiful. Looks just like OEM. Obviously we got the tank painted to match it, but yeah, fairings look really good. Yeah, what a beautiful bike. Now this thing is like, man, it's like brand new now. Looks beautiful. Super nice. But we'll start from the front. Besides the fairing kit, okay, we got these mirrors from Amazon, which are really great. I did a review on those if you want to check it out on the channel. And great mirrors for aftermarket and good price point. We did the fork seals. They were leaking. We did not replace the fork seals. We used a seal mate. We got the dirt and dust out of there, or any grime, and now they're not leaking at all. So it was perfectly fine. It was a good way and a cheap way to get the fork stop leaking, and they're working great now. So we got that done. We did get new turn signals and we got the adapter plates just because these things were a little bit too small. We have these eBay levers. It's like a medium, it's like a shorty kind of, but it's a perfect length in my opinion. We got both levers. We got that on eBay, or you can get them on Amazon as well. Obviously we got our tank painted with the decals and that came out amazing. That was really nice. We did replace the left clip-on because that was bent as shit and I tried bending it back and it just broke. So we got that done. I'm going to get a little carbon fiber decal cover just to go over this. That will look nice. And then I know they come with like a tank pad and something for here, but we're definitely going to get that just to sharpen that up a little bit. It doesn't look horrible, but it could look better with that little decal sticker on it. All right, so moving along, we did have to get a new upper fairing stay bracket, which is right over here, and obviously the bolt and the clip I had, which was good. So we got that. We did replace the whole clutch in here. It's basically just the clutch plates and friction discs were bad. Everything else was good and in spec, so we did that. So the clutch is perfect now. Obviously the frame was polished and all this stuff, it's been polished, but I just cleaned it up and really gave it that good shine that it needed. So that came out really good. It's not everybody's forte, but it still looks good on this bike. We did bleed the front brakes, and these things are nice and good now. These are good. That's all set. Let's see, what else? We did replace the foot pegs. These were from Amazon, and these are actually a great replacement. Dirt cheap, and they work well. They look just like the OEM ones, and they function just as good. We did get this China slip-on, and honestly, a lot of people hate on it. They're like, oh, it's garbage, but it's really not that bad. For these older bikes, like, you're not going to be making that much power with a normal slip-on. I just didn't want to have any rash on the bike, so getting this to kind of go with the blue fairings, it was good, so I'm cool with that. But yeah, we flushed the brakes, so those are all done. Obviously, the slip-on. We got the seat cowl with the fairing kit. The tank was the big one, like I said, with the decals. Beautiful tank now. The most important thing was that the tank didn't have any dents, and it wasn't really rusty inside. Oh yeah, obviously when we did the carburetors, we replaced the fuel filter to get that done just to make sure. And I probably could have just flushed out the old one, but I like to throw a new one in there just for shits and giggles. Obviously, we changed the oil on this thing. That was usually like the first thing we do with the bike when we get it in. Let's see, what else? So obviously we serviced the chain. We cleaned that really good. Got some good lubricant on it, so the chain is mint now. And then it was just really general cleaning for the most part. The bike was really dirty. It sat outside for a while, and it just needed some love. And now we have this beautiful looking brand new 5JJ 2001 model. Yeah, so overall it came out really good. This is a aftermarket seat that was on here. It came with the bike, but it's perfectly fine, so we're just running that. There's no reason to change it out with an OEM one because that one's fine. It's actually a little bit more thicker, so it's a little bit more comfier. We did end up getting some new engine bolts because they were actually missing. So I don't know if the engine was ever replaced in here or not, but either way, the bike runs really good. My guess is that the bike did have frame sliders on it, and then when the bike went down, you know, they probably just took those out and maybe never put a bolt back in or whatever, but I'm assuming that's just what happened. But other than that, yeah, I think that kind of sums up what we did with the bike. I'll actually go over the list now of everything, and I'll tell you the grand total that I did spend on this bike to get it in its current state, not including the actual price of the bike, but this will just be parts, etc. Obviously, I did all the labor, which helps a lot. But these bikes are pretty easy to work on. So with that being said, let's go over the list. All right, so fairing kit was like $500. Getting the tank painted, that was like $350 for my buddy. The decals were around 50. The left clip-on was like $47. The foot pegs, I actually got them for free on Amazon. I'll kind of go into that a little bit later, but they're usually like $8. The bracket for the right side upper fairing, that was $13. The bolt was like $10 for an OEM one. The engine bolts were like $10. Levers, $29. Oh, the bike did not have a horn. We installed that, so that was like $10 on eBay. The exhaust was like $70. The clutch plates were $85 with the friction discs. And I know they're a lot more expensive, but like I said, I had Amazon points, and I basically got the clutch for like half of what I should have paid, or even less. But like I said, I'll get into that later. Oh yeah, we did install a aftermarket stator cover on there. That was $28. That was free again because I had Amazon points. And of course, the turn signals and the adapters were $19, but that was free as well. So grand total that I put into this bike was $1,174, give or take, just around that mark. And to get one of these bikes that are super fun looking in this brand new condition, that was so worth it. I know all my Yamaha fans out there who own these types of models know how fun of a bike it is. So really just to dump $1,000 into it to get it looking like this and running the way it is, worth it all day. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly how much I got the price of the bike when I bought it, but it was cheap, guys. It was definitely cheap for sure. So like I said, you can get these bikes cheap, and the amount of money that I put into it plus buying the bike, super cheap, and now I have this awesome bike in my collection. But all right, guys, I think that's going to do it for the video. Throw your comments down below of what you think of this whole rebuild that we did. It's definitely been fun. I love doing these things, and the total outcome of seeing a beautiful bike like this in the end is just, I love that shit. It's great. It's a great feeling of accomplishment. And obviously now we have this like brand new 2001 R1 over here for the most part. So if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications button. That definitely helps me out, and it'll keep you in tune with all my new videos I'll be making. We will be doing the other project bike. It's a 2003 Yamaha R1. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Just waiting for this winter to be over, guys, so I can get more content of riding in. I've been dying to ride it, only getting out here and there, but that's all right. Hopefully another month or something, and we'll get a little more decent weather. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.